All right, welcome to Friday. Week is pushed back because the 49ers play on Monday night instead of Sunday, so we're still a little bit ahead of predictions and all that good stuff. Two more practices remaining for the 49ers in Colorado Springs before they fly to Mexico City. In this video, we're going to talk about the quarterback matchup. Jimmy Garoppolo on one side, probably Kyler Murray on the other. I know that Kyler Murray has been limited with a hamstring injury in practice this week, but his backup, Colt McCoy, for the Cardinals, has also been limited with a knee injury. Trace McSorley is the third stringer. I would guess that it's likely that one of either Kyler Murray or Colt McCoy plays in this game. Since we don't know for sure, why don't we just talk about the starters right now? Because this has always been an interesting comparison. Social media obviously loves Kyler Murray because he can move, he can run. People, I think, on the internet like some of that flashier ability as far as athleticism goes. But throughout the course of his career, Jimmy Garoppolo has been the far more consistent and efficient quarterback than Kyler Murray, with this season being no exception. In fact, the gap between the two this season is as big as it has ever been. This is Ben Baldwin's website. You want to be further up and to the right, Jim, but the vertical axis here is what's the most important because that's efficiency, and then everything else is how you get to that efficiency. Obviously, as you can tell from here, Jimmy Garoppolo being high up on the y-axis, that means that his expected points added per drop back has been good. He's been one of the most efficient quarterbacks in football. Garoppolo up there a little bit higher than Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow and Geno Smith all the way over on the right. Slightly south of Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Tua Tagovailoa is in a totally different world over here on the upper right. Side note, 49ers Dolphins in week 13 is going to be an absolutely crazy test for the 49ers. As you will see in some of these other statistics that I illustrate in a bit, it is the pack of quarterbacks around the league, and then it's Tua Tagovailoa. Maybe Patrick Mahomes also a cut above everybody else, but normally it's Mahomes, it's a cut above everybody else and nobody above him. But the work that Mike McDaniel is doing in Miami with Tua has been insane. I mean, you could just see that efficiency per play, EPA per play. Tua is somewhere over 0.4 expected points added per play. Jimmy Garoppolo is somewhere over 0.2, just shy of 0.25. So Tua has been nearly 2x the efficiency of Garoppolo. And Garoppolo, if you sort it by EPA per play here, ranks number 4. 0.425 for Tua, 0.231 for Jimmy Garoppolo. So Garoppolo's numbers are good, really good, but Tua has just been in a totally different world. Patrick Mahomes in between Jimmy and Tua, 0.33 with Andy Reid and the Chiefs. But anyway, we're talking about Kyler Murray and Jimmy Garoppolo in this video, and you see Murray's dot way down here. He is just a little bit above 0 in EPA per play. Where does he rank? Here he goes, 0.001, number 23. So Murray's number 23 amongst qualifying quarterbacks. There's 32 of them, and Jimmy Garoppolo is number 4. Let's go to the non-EPA stats. These are probably ones that people are going to be more familiar with. EPA is based on down and distance, and it factors in, a gain of 5 on 3rd and 6 is not worth as much as a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4, that kind of stuff. But these are also more advanced stats, especially if we look at the best one, adjusted net yards per attempt, which factors in interceptions and sacks as well. So you could see what each quarterback is gaining and losing on each play in totality, obviously, though. So Jimmy Garoppolo, also number 4. So as you can tell, adjusted net yards per attempt is correlated with that EPA. It will definitely reflect a lot of those same rankings. And Kyler Murray ranks lower. He's down at number 29. He was number 23 in the EPA per play, but number 29 in adjusted net yards per attempt. One thing that is really, really interesting to me, as you will see right here in the interception rate column, Jimmy Garoppolo and Kyler Murray are both posting their lowest interception rates of the season, 1.7%. I've been talking about this for a long time with Jimmy Garoppolo. The biggest weakness in his game for years has been that he throws too many interceptions. The interception rate has been above average in the high 2%, 2.7% career INT rate entering this season for Jimmy Garoppolo. The average NFL quarterback to rank around number 16 of 32 qualifying QBs you'd have to be around 2% with the interception rate. And I have long said that the big step that Jimmy Garoppolo needs to take to morph from a good QB to one that's near the upper echelons of the league in efficiency consistently, that Kyle Shanahan will be happy with, he needs to cut that interception rate from 2.7% to under 2%. Well, he has done that this season. Jimmy Garoppolo's at 1.7% interception rate. In fact, if you take a look at this and we sort by interception rate, here he is, 1.7%. Jimmy Garoppolo amongst these qualifying quarterbacks is ranked. I mean, Kyler Murray's at the same interception rate, 1.7%. So Jimmy Garoppolo would rank in the top 10. You can't put all the 1.7% into one slot here. So Murray, Trevor Lawrence, Jacoby Brissett, Jimmy Garoppolo, both at 1.7%. They both, for all intents and purposes, share that number 9 spot. So Garoppolo has lowered the INT rate to a level that's allowed him to rank in the top 5 in adjusted net yards per attempt. And to me, that's huge because in 2019, Jimmy Garoppolo ranked number 1 in yards per attempt. He's number 3, as you can tell right here, in yards per attempt. But his adjusted net yards per attempt, which penalizes you for interceptions, was lower. Adjusted net yards per attempt will include interceptions. And because Garoppolo is at a career low 1.7% interception rate, he is now in the top 5. And there might not be a statistic that is more closely tied to winning the NFL MVP than adjusted net yards per attempt, by the way. So right now, Tua Tagovailoa is a favorite in that category. I mean, people will talk about Patrick Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes is probably the front runner at this point. He's ranked number 2 in adjusted net yards per attempt. But if Tua keeps up what he's doing and the numbers stay at the absolutely stratospheric level that they're at right now for him, again, 9.5 adjusted net yards per attempt. I don't even know if we've ever seen something that high before. Then I think that Tua is going to be the front runner by the end of the season. And he will have deserved it if that's the case, because he's going to play the 49ers as well. We saw Patrick Mahomes light up the 49ers. If Tua does something similar against the 49ers, then he will start getting the buzz that he deserves. But he even has 2 game-winning drives there. Good stuff for Tua this season. So week 13 is going to be fascinating. But Jimmy Garoppolo at 7.41. You go down to Kyler Murray. He's all the way down at 5.08, ranks number 29 in that adjusted net yards per attempt number. Down at the very bottom of the league, look, Kenny Pickett, Mac Jones, Matthew Stafford, Joe Flacco, no bueno for all of those quarterbacks. Matthew Stafford goes from a top 10 mark last year to a bottom 3 mark this year. And I think a big part of that drop off for Matthew Stafford has come courtesy the fact that his pass protection has fallen off. So wouldn't you know it, pass protection matters. And it's hurt Jimmy Garoppolo in the past. And I think this season he's got some of his best pass protection in a 49ers uniform. And that has really, really helped him. All right, guys, let's take a look. Any questions here? Just wanted to do a quick little statistical overview. I'm going to get going in a little bit to write some more on this beautiful Friday. Hope everybody likes the Frank Gore jersey. As you can tell, I've been alternating 21 and 17. 17, I still haven't flipped over to see the other side, but that is a verified Frank Gore jersey. It's signed too. Shout out to Maryland. Hope it's going well over there. What is it, 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Maryland? Hope you have a good Friday out in Maryland. Yep, no cup now for Matthew Stafford. Although maybe that will make him scan the field a little bit more effectively. He's been zeroing in a lot on Cooper Kupp. All right, anyway, that's just a quick stat update. Jimmy Garoppolo's been playing well. Kyler Murray has not been playing well, and that's going to be a big, big factor in this game coming up on Monday. 49ers would like to perpetuate that trend. All right, everybody take care. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you on the next one.